Bloomberg Audio Studios. Podcasts, radio, news.
The Stock Movers Report, your roundup of companies making moves in the stock market, harnessing the power of Bloomberg data.
Let's take a look at some of the stocks on the move today. I'm Paul Sweeney alongside the Lisa Mateo, and we're joined by Bloomberg's Tatiana Daria. Tatiana, what are you looking at today?
Well, it's Deals Monday in the mid-cap space, Paul, as you mentioned earlier. Starting off with Dayforce, your ticker is DAY, up about 27% right now after Bloomberg reported that buyout firm Thoma Bravo is in talks to acquire the HR management software provider. The deal would take the company private as soon as the coming weeks, our sources tell us. Today's rally gives the company a market value of about $11 billion, and that's up from about $8 billion on Friday. So even though we don't have financing details here, that gives you an indication of what investors are expecting. And to just give you a little bit of context, the stock was down about 27% through Friday, down about 60% from its 2021 peak. That's after it saw a big boom after the post-pandemic reopenings. But since then, companies have been pulling back. So it's interesting what this actually tells you about the economy, right? In this uncertain times where companies are pulling back on some of their capital expenditures.
All right. Tatiana, one of the things, Paul Sweeney has the in to like all the fancy places, sure. Right? In the city, in Vegas, he knows where to go, right? They let him in. But one place I have been that Paul Sweeney has not been
exactly
is Soho House.
Wow.
That would have been my question first, Paul.
Yes.
Have you been there? Because this was I'm new to this company. I have to say, Soho House. It's kind of a co-working space, often compared to WeWork. The ticker there is SHCO, up about 16%. This is after a group of investors led by hotel owner MCR agreed to buy the company in a $2.7 billion deal. It calls itself as a club for creatives, where suits, ties, and corporate attire are discouraged. So curiously,
not me.
Not you.
I'm not the demo.
It doesn't cater to people working in finance or politics, but rather to the more creative classes. So it will be very interesting to see what the new sort of owners do with this. Do they continue with this strategy, or do they choose to sort of branch out in this other avenues? And the price there is a premium of about 80% over the stock's closing price in December, on December 18th. We go back to that date because that's the date we finally found out that they received an offer. And since then, shares have been rallying about 50%. It looks like co-working places are a great idea, but just a very difficult business model.
Okay, very good. How about UnitedHealth?
UnitedHealth, another name on the move today, up about 2%. This is more like extending the rally that we've seen on Friday when we learned that Warren Buffett's Berkshire, Hathaway, and other investors bought shares in the insurer. Among those investors, David Tepper's Appaloosa, some of the world's wealthiest management, like George Soros investment firm. So this is great relief for this stock that has been so beaten down this year. Shares are still down about 40%. And I just had a look at their valuation. So the PE ratio there is about 18, which is lower than the 5 and the 10-year averages. So that tells you that those value investors are onto something there, but it will just take a lot of time to ship this boat around.
The Stock Movers Report from Bloomberg Radio. Check back with us throughout the day for the latest roundup of companies making news on Wall Street. And for the latest market-moving headlines, listen to Bloomberg Radio live. Catch us on YouTube, Bloomberg.com, and on Apple CarPlay and Android Auto with the Bloomberg Business app.